Kurt Vonnegut's Breakfast of Champions is an anti-novel, that is, a work of fictional prose as long as a conventional novel, yet deliberately flouting many of the techniques associated with modern novels. For instance, Vonnegut frequently interrupts the narrative to speak directly to the reader. The most striking example occurs at the very start, when he lays out the plot. In this respect, Breakfast of Champions resembles a Renaissance play in which a chorus summarizes the story in a few lines. Consider, for example, Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, where the doomed fate of the lovers is revealed at the outset. Another literary convention Vonnegut subverts is the notion of justice. In his book, characters are punished indiscriminately, regardless of whether they are protagonists or antagonists. The two central figures in Breakfast of Champions are Kilgore Trout and Dwayne Hoover. Kilgore is a pessimistic, somewhat reclusive man, a writer and window frame installer. He has one son and 3 ex-wives, and at the story's beginning, he lives alone in New York. He has written countless novels and hundreds of short stories, though only a fraction have been published, often in pornographic magazines, and often without his knowledge, since he submits his work haphazardly and rarely follows up. Thus, when he receives an invitation to speak at the Midland City Arts Festival, he is genuinely surprised. He decides to attend and speak about the life of an unknown, largely unsuccessful writer. Dwayne Hoover, who has read one of Trout's stories and been impressed, invites him to the festival. Hoover is in the grip of a psychotic break. Grieving his wife's recent suicide and disappointed by his adult son, he seeks solace in an affair with his secretary. An affluent man, Hoover owns an automobile dealership and claims stakes in many Midland City businesses. In the narrative, Kilgore Trout comes to symbolize the failing of art and culture under the pressures of capitalism, personified by Hoover. To attend the festival, Trout resolves to hitchhike across half the continental United States. Hoover has sent him a generous sum to cover his expenses, but Trout intends to travel frugally. Instead of booking a hotel, he opts to sleep in an adult film theater. When the theater closes, he is ejected, beaten, and robbed, ultimately spending the night at the police station before continuing to Midland City. This sequence not only develops Trout's character, but also conveys Vonnegut's commentary on the corrosive effects of capitalism. Upon reaching Midland City, Trout encounters Hoover, who demands he deliver a message. Trout responds by giving Hoover one of his novels, which Hoover quickly reads. The book's premise, that the reader is the only person with free will, while everyone else is programmed for their entertainment, resonates dangerously with Hoover, already in a mental breakdown. Believing the book to be literal truth, Hoover violently attacks his lover, his son, and 9 others before being apprehended by police. Breakfast of Champions explores several themes, including the responsibility of the artist, a question that has continued to resonate since Vonnegut's 1970s publication. Trout's book convinces Hoover that he alone possesses free will. Does this make Trout accountable for nudging Hoover into madness? Is he responsible for the assault on 11 people, including his own son? Vonnegut does not answer definitively. Instead, he raises the question as part of a broader meditation on art's value and societal role. Another major theme is the tension between art, culture, and capitalism. Can they coexist, or is the relationship inherently unstable? That both Hoover and Trout suffer consequences suggests a negative answer. Hoover's breakdown implies that capitalism may need to yield to art and culture. In a nod to Vonnegut's signature humor and to underscore his commentary on commercialization, the book was originally packaged to resemble a box of cereal. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.